Good evening, everybody. I'm Tom Tamburello. I'd like to welcome you all to Lenape High School's 2025 People's Choice Awards, sponsored by the Renaissance Club. We really appreciate you joining us this evening as we honor some very special students here on stage. Before we begin our ceremony this evening, we'd like to introduce some distinguished guests. First, we have with us Lenape High School Principal, Mr. Tony Catani. And also Assistant Principals, Mr. Joe DeJulius and Miss Jennifer Pulliam. Tonight, we're honoring each nominated student with a medal to commemorate their selection by a Lenape staff member. Students, wear this medal at your graduation ceremony. Also, we invite everybody here this evening to come to the North Cafeteria after this for some light refreshments to our left, your right, so please join us for that as well. Staff members were asked to choose somebody who has really impressed them with either their character traits, somebody they have a special connection with, or maybe just a student that brightens their day every day. We're so grateful tonight to have all of our nominated students here, all of whom make Lenape High School an amazing place. So thank you, students, and congratulations to all of you. That's right. We're going to begin the presentation of the People's Choice Awards with my nominee. My People's Choice Award was a student of mine in geometry. Every day they came to class with a warm greeting, a hello, Mr. T, as I stood at my door, and a positive attitude ready to learn. And when you have geometry in the morning, that's actually really important to get class started on the right foot. He did well in the class academically. He had a strong work ethic and really just a positive attitude every day, and that's hard sometimes for a first-year student in high school. Our classroom is structured in a way where students are working together all the time, and this student embodied what it means to be a great teammate. He worked enthusiastically with others, helped them understand concepts, and solved problems with them in a way that helped everybody to learn. I know he's also been a great teammate on the baseball field as well. What really stood out to me, though, is not what happened last school year, but this school year. In January, unbeknownst to him, I had two people in my life pass away actually a few days into the school year, and it didn't start 2025 on the most positive note. Now, this student happened to know that I am a Ravens fan. Don't boo. Congratulations, Eagles. But he knew I was a Ravens fan, and he actually had some tickets to a playoff game, some extra tickets. And the fact that he actually remembered me a year later and said, you know what, Mr. T would be a great person to give these tickets to, really turned my beginning January, kind of that terrible beginning, into an amazing month. And so I'm really thankful for just all the ways that this person made a difference, not only in our class, but with that way as well. So I know he's going to be successful at Lenape and beyond, and so for all the things you do, my People's Choice Award goes to Chase Augustin. I'd now like to introduce Mrs. Jennifer Pulliam.
Good evening, everyone. You never know when you're going to meet someone who will allow you to grow as an individual. My People's Choice nominee, Sydney Ormerod, has done that just for me. Sydney's freshman year was my first year as a high school administrator here at Lenape High School. She made a grand entrance at Camp Lenape that made me and others take notice. Over her first year, we had many opportunities to talk, and although we may not have always seen eye to eye, she taught me how to better meet students where they are in the moment. I bet she doesn't even realize that she helped me overcome many of the apprehensions I had as a first-year administrator. Over time, we developed a good working relationship. We set goals, and Sydney achieved them. Eventually, our meetings weren't as frequent, and I tried to touch base with her from time to time, especially when we saw each other in the hallways. I couldn't be prouder of the progress that she has made over her 4 years here at Lenape. Sydney has overcome many hardships that a young person should never have to face. My hopes are that these experiences and the love and support of her mother has made her stronger and ready for the challenges that will come post-graduation. I have very high expectations for Sydney, and I look forward to seeing all that will unfold in her future. But most importantly, I want her to know that if she ever needs a pep talk or a blue Jolly Rancher, I'll always be there. Sydney? Now I'd like to introduce Miss Stacy Williams.
Greetings. I would like to nominate Tamia Williams for her exceptional leadership, kindness, and nurturing spirit. Tamia consistently demonstrates what it means to be a true leader through her thoughtful actions, compassionate guidance, and unwavering support for others. For those who get to know her, you will see her leadership style is rooted in empathy and collaboration, always ensuring that each individual feels valued and heard. Beyond her leadership abilities, Tamia is a natural helper who goes above and beyond to assist others, whether it's providing support in challenging situations or ensuring others do not feel alone when sitting by themselves by choice or circumstance. Tamia is always ready to lend a hand, often without being asked, and her actions speak louder than words in creating an environment of trust and cooperation. What truly sets Tamia apart is her nurturing nature. She consistently creates a space where everyone feels safe, supported, and encouraged to grow. Whether it's fostering personal development or cheering on others' circumstances, she is invested in the success of those around her, making a lasting impact on their lives. In every interaction, Tamia brings kindness, patience, and understanding, making her an irreplaceable and inspiring individual. Tamia, let me see if I can, there you are, sweetheart. Come on up. Please know that whatever you choose to do after graduation, whether that's taking up a trade, going to college, or choosing to work, your Lenape family is cheering you on as you continue forward. Your unique combination of leadership, helpfulness, kindness, and nurturing spirit makes you truly deserving of this nomination. Congratulations. I now introduce Lynn Stowe.
Good evening. I have known this young man for several years, and over these years, I have had the pleasure of seeing him grow into a wonderful young man. There are those students that things come so easy for them, but not in this case. He has always had to work hard for the things he has. He is committed to do the best to succeed, not only academically, but also as a wrestler. As I have gotten to know this young man, I have seen so much determination, compassion, and faith shine through him. Thus, compassion has been evident in his willingness to every day eat lunch with students with special needs. He treats these students as his peers and does not judge them for the things they can or cannot do. He is a sincere individual who has faced some challenges this year as well as in the past. Confucius once said, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling or failing, but in rising every time we fall or fail." This young man continues to have the perseverance to never let failures discourage him, to try harder so that one day he will obtain his goal. As a senior, he hopes that he will go to college and obtain a 4-year degree in sports communication. It gives me great pleasure in giving Jonas Murray this People's Choice Award. Never give up, Jonas. Continue to strive for your goal, no matter the obstacles that may come your way. Be proud of yourself, no matter how long it takes. I'd like to introduce Joe Porco at this time.
I do not encounter many guitarists at Lenape. I come across even less guitarists at Lenape that are in a rock band. In fact, there may be only rock band guitarists at Lenape who can appreciate a band like Alice in Chains. Jacob Booser. I could give Jacob a People's Choice Award solely for keeping rock music alive at Lenape. However, that shortchanges his impact on the school community, particularly those with whom he works and collaborates. Back in February, Jacob and the rest of the mock trial team represented Burlington County in the regional competition. Following our loss at the regionals, the team felt deflated and dissatisfied with the results. I attempted to put the season in perspective by highlighting the new standards we set for ourselves. However, the sentiment did not impactfully change the somber environment. So Jacob then asked me if he could say something to the team. Jacob stood up in front of the entire team and expressed how much this season meant to him personally. Jacob said that one of the biggest regrets he had in high school was not joining the mock trial team earlier on, because of how much he enjoyed the season and how grateful he was for the time and friendships he forged with other members of the team. Jacob's genuine expression of gratitude addressed what my post-competition words omitted. Mock trial fostered camaraderie far beyond what I could have even imagined. What followed could not have been better captured by a Hollywood script. After Jacob sat down, other members of the team stood up and took turns sharing what the team meant to them. Now, I don't know if the judges rendered the right verdict at regionals. In hindsight, they didn't. However, I know without reservation that the team left the meeting that day with their heads held high and feeling proud of their accomplishments, and they did so because of Jacob Booser. Next presenter is Mr. Frank Gersick.
All right, this student is a kind and hardworking student in my freshman world history class. He consistently participates and interacts with others in a positive manner while contributing to the overall class discussion. Joe often will meet me at the classroom door with his classmate Jackson to welcome other students into our class. This team environment in our classroom, spurred on by students like Joe, always kicks off the day on the right note as we then jump right into our warm-up discussion. In my short time at Lenape, Joe has welcomed me into the classroom as his teacher from day one. His enthusiasm and eagerness to learn paved the way for the rest of his classmates to follow suit. Joe thinks critically and is easily able to connect what we are learning to his own life or global current events. We can go from talking about the Philadelphia Eagles and their offseason strategy at the draft to discussing the negative consequences of the alliance system in World War I on short notice. Joe has earned this People's Choice nomination as he has a bright future at Lenape. I'm excited to see what he's able to accomplish as he continues to apply himself, his work ethic, and his social skills to everything that he does here over the next 4 years. Joe, come on up. I now introduce Mr. Carnevale to the stage.
Good evening. So I'm probably going to get booed for this, but I'm originally from North Jersey, and with that, thank you. And with that, I'm a New York sports fan. Save some boos for Alec Boehm, okay? I see the Phillies fan in the audience. I'm in big trouble. So as you can imagine, it's not easy living here in South Jersey and being severely outnumbered by Phillies fans. But once in a while, I meet one of my people. This year, I happened to meet Michael Silva in my study hall, wearing a Mets hat. I immediately struck up a conversation with him, and it turns out that he is a fan of all three teams that I root for. It is rare down here to find a fellow fan of one of my teams, let alone all three. It is also rare to find someone that matches my enthusiasm/obsession for these teams. Each day, Michael and I would talk about at least one of our teams, and it was great to share the joy with someone after a win or share the disappointment after a loss. We also shared about our experiences in going to games or events this year. Michael was always on top of the latest news. Whenever a trade or signing was talked about, he always beat me to it and had already read up on it. Other than being a New York sports fan, Michael is very friendly, well-spoken, and genuine. From what I hear, he is also a very good bowler. Michael, it made my day talking sports with you this year. I wish you the best after Lenape, and I hope you stay in touch. Congratulations, and go New York. Next up is my good friend and coaching partner, Miss Jody Stansberry.
Hi, good evening. What a great night. I mean, I love the chorus. I just couldn't help smiling for all these kids that do so well at Lenape and sing so beautifully. So thank you. I know some of you are up here right now. I have two nominees because I couldn't decide which one, and Sarah Allen said I could do both. So I did. So my first one, I had this young lady in both my health and sports medicine classes last year. She's totally committed to becoming a member of the healthcare profession. She was first to volunteer in class and lead a small group activity. Her questions were always right on point. She knows the commitment it takes to be successful. She would come in for extra help at lunch when needed. She would stay after and talk to the guest speakers and take advantage of the educational field trips to Drexel Medical School and the physical therapy clinics. This year, Alyssa stops by to visit and update me on her life and to ask questions for the doctors. Come on up, Alyssa. Alyssa also took advantage of studying at the Drexel Cadaver Lab again this year. She knows that hard work makes the dream work. In my 26 years here teaching at Lenape, I've had the privilege of educating many students. Alyssa is by far one of my standouts. Her smile is infectious. She makes my day when she visits. Alyssa has chosen to pursue her dream as a sports medicine physician. I probably will need her someday. Anyway, she has been accepted to the 3+1 program through the RCBC and Rowan. All the best in college and beyond, Alyssa. Stay in touch. And by the way, thank you for helping me with my boys tennis team game balls. Thank you. I will miss you. My second is a young lady who I just met this year. You know, we have Choice Phys Ed, so I'm meeting all younger kids instead of just with the upperclassmen. So this young lady came into my individual and dual class this semester. She is so excited when she comes in the door. She loves life, and when she comes into phys ed class, she tells me it's her favorite. She would brighten my day with, "Hi," as she hustled into the gym. "How are you today, Stans? What can I do to help? What are we doing in class today?" Come on up, Maria. Maria was so excited when I presented her with the Physical Education Student of the Month. Her gratefulness and enthusiasm made my day. She demonstrates outstanding sportsmanship on a daily basis. She wins with grace, and when she loses a pickleball or badminton game, she does so with dignity. She just keeps working hard. She never gives up, whether she's playing golf, tennis, pickleball, or badminton. She knows those are the best sports. She reminds me of when this seasoned teacher was a student. I would go out there and work even harder. Life is about the journey, and Maria is living life to the fullest. She goes by the motto, "I get to participate and learn, not that I have to." It's students like Maria that make teaching a true pleasure. Every activity she does is with 100% effort and joy. That is why Maria Herm is also my People's Choice nominee. And now I'd like to introduce my friend and esteemed colleague, Miss Dana Cummins.
Good evening. Each year in late August, the Lenape staff receives an email notifying us that our class rosters for the upcoming school year are available. For me, it's like Christmas morning. I rush to my computer, eagerly scrolling through the lists, filled with excitement and anticipation about who will fill the seats in my classroom this year. The names, some are new to me, Some tell me that I'm going to have a long year, and others bring a smile to my face. For 2 years in a row, I've had the pleasure of seeing 2 names on my class rosters that happen to share the same last name. Juliana and Michael Kahn have been absolute gifts. Come here, my twins. Where are you? Both are exemplary students and just incredible people. As a mom to twins of myself, I've especially enjoyed watching their unique, unspoken twin dynamic. The bond between them is truly special, and it's a connection I can only hope my own children will share when they are their age. Mike, it's been amazing watching you grow from a quiet sophomore boy into a confident young man. I'll always cherish the memories and laughs we shared in phys ed. Despite the many team losses you endured in our team sports tournaments, you consistently won me over with your incredible work ethic and genuine kindness. Whether managing a busy student-athlete schedule or leading your baseball team with unwavering determination, you've shown everyone around you what it means to strive for greatness. Jules, I've watched you blossom into a mature, caring, and driven young woman, someone I could always rely on to lead by example. Your smile and energy light up every room that you enter. Outside of Lenape, you dance with elegance and enthusiasm, captivating your audiences with your performances. Like those audiences, I've been captivated by your kindness and your compassion towards everyone around you. My twins, although my heart will likely break when you graduate Lenape this June, I know that you are both off to make your mark on this world. You both have the brightest of futures ahead of you. Go forth and be great. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. It's been an honor. All right, next up is Miss Beth Toth.
My nominee is no stranger to the spotlight, so Anna Morrow, you're gonna come stand next to me. Hopefully I didn't give it away that, okay. There are some students who leave an impact long after they've left your classroom, and Anna Morrow is definitely one of those students. I've had the privilege of teaching Anna her freshman year. She's now a junior now. So 2 years later, I still find myself looking for her in the hallway. After every class 2, we go walk to Mr. Moore's class 3 together. Anna is someone who brightens every room that she walks into, whether it's tackling the complexities of bio in my class or currently AP Environmental, or simply sharing a conversation. She's brought a sense of kindness, curiosity, authenticity, and even made the hardest days easier. In a year that had its challenges, Anna was a steady presence, reminding me why I love teaching, and I hope that I was able to do the same for her. Beyond the classroom, I've had the joy of watching her grow, not just as a student, but as a performer. You've probably seen her in Harry Potter and Mamma Mia this year. She was great. As a leader and as an incredible person she is becoming, seeing her on stage and plays in musicals has been nothing short of inspiring. She brings dedication and heart to everything she does, and it shows. Anna, you've made a lasting impression on me and so many others. Your kindness, resilience, and passion do not go unnoticed, and I'm so incredibly proud of you. And I can't wait to see all the amazing things you do, and I get you for another year, so I'm not sad. Congratulations, you are truly deserving of this People's Choice Award. That's the Did you know it was me?
No, I actually had no idea. I didn't even see you in the audience.
Good. Next up is Paige Flegel.
I nominated a student that I met in our Honors World Cultures class this year. Priya Ravanjani is an amazing role model and exemplary student in our Honors World Cultures. Since the first week of school, her consistent optimism, participation, and motivation to do her best in each endeavor has stood out to me. She is kind, detail-oriented, and inquisitive. Priya not only shines as a leader within our class, but outside of them as a valued member in a variety of activities and organizations. I was grateful to be able to witness her incredible talents within the music department. Recently, I went to see students from my classes in the Music Honor Society student recital. I knew that Priya played several instruments, but when I arrived, I was surprised and impressed to hear that she had opted to sing a song in Spanish, a language that she does not speak fluently. This is just one example of the drive that Priya possesses to accept new challenges and expand her abilities. Many times throughout the year, she has amazed me with her open mind, plethora of knowledge, and the variety of skills that she possesses. It has been evident to me that Priya has enthusiastically made the most of her high school experience and has made connections with an endless list of people throughout Lenape. It has been an honor to be her teacher during her senior year and to be able to get to know her awesome personality and skills. I cannot wait to hear of all the success you will have in the future. Next, I'll introduce Ms. Kovacs.
Tonight, it is my pleasure to speak on behalf of Ellie Costello. Ellie is a well-rounded student and really does it all. She shows her leadership skills with her role as a class officer. She shows her athletic ability as a three-sport athlete on the soccer, bowling, and lacrosse teams. And she shows her intelligence not only in school, but on the mock trial team as well. Ellie is resilient, works hard in all that she does. She is dedicated and attends all preseason workouts for soccer and lacrosse. She's always encouraging her teammates, lifting others up, and leading by example with her work ethic and dedication. I would say that Ellie was flipped around to different teams and different positions during the soccer season, but she kept a positive attitude the entire time. I fully trusted her as my last line of defense, but was also confident to throw her into any other position where I needed someone, even at goalie. She did all of this without any complaint because she was a coachable athlete with a positive attitude. During the season, Ellie was an unspoken leader of the team. When there were some arguments and disagreements among the team, Ellie was one who would step up and take charge. She's always there for her teammates and ready to pick them up after a tough loss. Outside of athletics, Ellie is the type of person that you always want to run into. She never fails to greet you with a smile. She is always happy and brightens your day. She also is the best speed walker I've ever seen. Overall, Ellie is a role model, a team player, and someone who embodies Lenape pride. Therefore, she is my nomination for the People's Choice Award. And now I'd like to introduce Ms. Christy Joyce.
Every year, I give my People's Choice Award to a senior who's made a difference to me. This year, I couldn't choose just one. So this year, I'm giving my People's Choice Awards to Maya Estacio and Derek Friedman. You guys both have to come up here. First, I want to talk about Maya. I first met Maya her freshman year at softball, and we immediately hit it off through our bond as catchers. But I'm not giving Maya this award because she's a catcher like me, but because Maya has been a constant source of positivity and levity during my school day for 4 years now. She's always somebody with a kind word, a smile, a genuine hello, and just somebody who's easy to talk to, which is such a breath of fresh air during the hectic school day. Maya is someone who stands up for what she believes in and knows her own worth, which is inspiring to see in such a young woman. Maya, I cannot tell you how much I'm going to miss you next year. My day-to-day at Lenape will not be the same without seeing you and getting all your life updates every single day. But I know you're going to keep me informed throughout your nursing student journey next year and in all the years beyond. Now for Derek. I'm sure I'm not the only teacher tonight who's going to mention their why as a teacher. And before coming back to school this year, I never really considered my why. But this year, in September, when schedules came out, I really started thinking about my why as a teacher. Thankfully, I didn't have to consider it very long, because that very same day, I got an email from Derek saying how excited he was to have me as his senior year and how I should be excited to have my last Friedman, at least until Will gets to Lenape. Derek is the kind of student who I can always count on to reach out to me during holidays, my birthday, or any of these teacher appreciation days or appreciation days in general to wish me well and make sure I get recognized. He's a constant reminder of the human connections I'm able to make through my job. Thank you, Derek, for being my why this year, and I can't wait to hear all about you and Landon playing baseball together at Washington College next year. And next up, Mr. Kyle Lewis.
It is with great pleasure that I nominate Kyan Hollenbeek as my People's Choice nominee. Kyan, please come up here, because I'm not doing this alone. All right. Oh, you got a haircut. Nice. I've had the pleasure of having Kyan in class last year for Principles of Engineering, but as well as having him for 4 years on the Lenape's Red Watch Robotics team, who, I do have to amend my speech a little bit, just qualified for the World Championship in Houston next week. So, Kyan started off as a very timid, shy freshman, only 2 members of the controls team, and has grown into such a phenomenal leader on the team, actually causing an uprise in our design and fabrication team to now say design controls and fabrication team, the DCAF team, if you will. And before the robotics season even kicked off, Kyan and his friends would stop by every single day after school just for some life updates, stall out the senior lot traffic a little bit, and ask as many questions as they could, just random questions. And he doesn't understand how awesome that was, because it made my day, if I had a bad day, I'm getting a weird question at the end of the day, or I got some people to talk to, and it really brightened my day towards the end. All right. As many of the skills as Kyan's learned through robotics and our PLCW program, the one thing I just can't seem to get to him is to check his email. And wouldn't you know, Kyan's shoes are untied right now. It has been a running joke, and correct me if I'm wrong, it is still your only pinned email in your Outlook. Fantastic. So hopefully post-high school, Kyan does learn that important skill. I am going to miss him as of June, but thank you for all of your hard work, for not just the team, for Lenape, and one last little whoosh as you head on to Houston next week. All right. So, here you are, sir. And it's with my pleasure to introduce Assistant Principal Mr. Joe DeJulius.
Good evening. I am proud to recognize 3 remarkable students who not only kept our weekly We Wear Red video tradition alive, but also showed incredible kindness and care. While I was on medical leave, they took charge, organizing videos, coordinating with clubs and athletic teams, and ensuring our school spirit remained strong. Beyond their dedication to the initiative, they regularly checked in with me, offering words of encouragement that meant more than they may realize. Their compassion, leadership, and commitment to our school community make them truly deserving of this recognition. My nominees are Drew Cook, Lily Ledbetter, and Paige Wolf.
I feel so special.
Next up is Dana Matusov.
It has been an absolute privilege to watch Santiago grow from a freshman into a hardworking senior he is today. Throughout the years, Santiago has faced and overcome many obstacles, yet he has never let challenges define him. Instead, he continues to approach life with a bright outlook and dedication to his goals. His strong sense of family and commitment to those he loves serves as a foundation for his success, both in the classroom and on the soccer field. Whether pushing himself academically or giving his all on the field, Santiago's perseverance and positivity inspire those around him, and I am incredibly proud of the young man he has become and honored to recognize him with this People's Choice Award. But what stands out the most to me about Santiago is his ability to balance his ambitions with his deep love for his family. His devotion to family, is especially in the way that he speaks about his mom, truly reflects the incredible person he is. And I couldn't be more excited for all that the future holds for him. So. Next up is Stefani Sharback.
My People's Choice nominee this year is Ryan Rogers. I've had the pleasure of having Ryan in English class this year. Ryan is one of the hardest working and diligent students I've had the honor of working with here at Lenape. For each assignment, Ryan goes above and beyond, completing her work thoughtfully and earnestly. Although Ryan prefers to observe and listen over being the center of attention in a class of characters, in discussions or in small groups, I know I can count on her to contribute deeply and motivate her classmates. She exhibits a maturity far beyond her years, and her positive attitude frames all that she does. She has never, not once, come to class with anything but a smile on her face, a warm greeting for me, and a desire to learn and grow. This love of learning and deep curiosity for the world around her makes Ryan a true joy to teach. From Beowulf to Macbeth to every independent reading book in between, Ryan has demonstrated strong comprehension, but also immense empathy. She's able to connect with the characters, understand their motivations, and celebrate their highs and lows. This empathy stems from her love of helping others, as indicated by her passion surrounding all things in the health field. She is currently an EMT and president of our Future Medical Professionals Club, hoping to translate these experiences and characteristics into a successful and rewarding career. Ryan has a great sense of humor, is an incredible student, but most importantly, is a kind-hearted young woman. It is clear that Ryan will continue to excel in all she chooses to do because her motivation for success is intrinsic. It is my honor and pleasure to recognize Ryan with my People's Choice Award this year. Next up is Mr. Joe Archibald.
This year, I would like to nominate Julian Danish as my People's Choice Award nominee. In the beginning of the year, I wasn't sure what kind of student Julian would turn out to be. On the second day of school, Ms. Sorrow and I always give our students a questionnaire to fill out so we can learn a little bit more about our students. What foods they like and dislike, what their hobbies are, what music they listen to. And at the end, we instruct them to ask us any question they would like. Julian's question was, would you rather eat a monkey or a dog? I thought, well, that's an interesting question. I haven't really ever thought about it. But as I would come to learn, that's just how Julian is. He loves bands with names like Devourment, Disgorge, and Cerebral Effusion. I haven't Googled any of that because I'm pretty sure it would scare me a little. But however eccentric I might label his taste in music and questions he would ask his teachers, I have to admit that Julian has been a fantastic student all year. His averages for each marking period are, respectively, 95, 98, and currently 100. He obviously cares about doing well in our English class, even though he might not want to admit it, which is fine by me. I'm not sure Julian knows this, but I feel like I can relate to him in a few ways I have not discussed with him. As a teenager, I definitely did not look or dress like most of my peers. I listened to music that not many people did. Granted, I didn't listen to whatever Cerebral Effusion is, and I felt that several of my teachers just didn't get who I really was, so I didn't bother opening up to many people. But on the last day of my junior year at Cherokee High School, my English teacher told me that he valued my uniqueness and how I express myself in my schoolwork. So I would like to do the same for Julian. He is an intelligent, hardworking, creative person, and I am glad he is in our English class this year. I know that my co-teacher, Natalie Sorrow, feels the same ways that I do. We want to let Julian know that we appreciate him and his uniqueness very much. And Julian, earlier today, I actually did Google cerebral effusion just for kicks, and well, let's just say that I won't be doing that ever again. I'm just messing with you, dude. In the future, keep applying yourself, and more importantly, keep being yourself, and everything will work out as it should. Congratulations, man.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Liz Lamont, and it's an honor to stand before you today to nominate someone truly special for this year's People's Choice Award. This is a person whose journey has been nothing short of inspiring. My People's Choice recipient is Ariel Colon. When Ariel first transferred to Lenape, he was understandably shy and frustrated, not knowing any classmates or teachers. His shyness kept him distant from others. He often seemed to feel overwhelmed, unsure of how to navigate the social and academic expectations around him. But over time, something remarkable happened. Ariel is no longer shy and reserved. Instead, he is social, friendly, and eager to be involved in his school community. Last year, we held a class talent show, and Ariel surprised us all with his amazing rendition of Cotton Eye Joe. One of the things that most stands out about Ariel is his genuine care for others. He remembers everyone's birthdays and sincerely inquires about how your family is or how your weekend was. He makes daily trips to the office to see his favorite staff every morning as he enters the building. His quirky sense of humor is an endearing quality that is quite often the brightest part of my day. It's a rare gift to be so attentive, and it truly speaks to the heart Ariel has for those around him. His positivity and kindness have made him a beloved member of Lenape High School. For all these reasons and so many more, I am beyond proud to nominate Ariel for this People's Choice Award. From that shy, reserved individual to the caring and thoughtful person he is now, he has shown us the true power of growth and kindness. I will miss him when he graduates and moves on next year, but I am confident that he will continue to be successful in whatever awaits him in the future. I will never hear Cotton Eye Joe without fondly thinking of Ariel. Congratulations.
Good evening. I'm Sarah Francois. My nominee tonight is Anaya Henley. The first time I met Anaya was on the field for spring track, and two things that I noticed about her were her enthusiasm for athletics and boys. Setting aside the silliness about teenage boys, I was impressed with Anaya's athleticism. She has a natural grace and strength about her. She once expressed how she wanted to try every sport here at Lenape, and I'm happy to say that she has found a few that she could focus on and progressively improve at. Not only is she a talented field thrower, but she's an excellent wrestler. I never asked Anaya to take on peer coaching with her teammates, yet she has always stepped up and helped new throwers to learn the techniques. Another thing that I appreciate about Anaya is her ability to fill a room with warmth and laughter. She has such a big personality and a big heart. Anaya has a way of bringing levity to our practices, whether she is picking out music, telling jokes, or entertaining us with a story. She is the biggest cheerleader for her friends and teammates, always encouraging them to work harder, improve their skills, and try lifting a heavier weight. I know that all the qualities that make Anaya the amazing person she is, her determination, her commitment, curiosity, and sense of humor will take her far in life. I think I can speak not only for myself, but for my fellow coaches and her teammates when I say that she will be very much missed next year. I wish her all the best in whatever challenges she takes on next. Introducing Ms. Christina Foster.
Good evening. Congratulations to all of the recipients up here. Please join me in congratulating my People's Choice recipient, Kelsey McNamara. She probably knew it was me, so I decided to just put it out there early on. So, from the start of the school year, Kelsey stood out as someone who carried herself with confidence and warmth. She was confident, outgoing, approachable, and had an innate ability to recognize when others weren't. Rather than staying in her comfort zone, she often stepped away from her friend group to partner with classmates who were quieter or didn't have a partner, ensuring that no one felt left out. Her kindness and inclusivity made a noticeable impact, creating a more welcoming and supportive environment for everyone. That's just the kind of person Kelsey is. As a member of the unified basketball team, she wholeheartedly embraced its mission, celebrating their success and enthusiastically sharing those moments with our class after each game. Her excitement and pride in the team were inspiring, reinforcing the importance of inclusion. She consistently demonstrated what it means to be a leader and lift others up. Beyond her character, Kelsey was also a dedicated and engaged student. She would actively participate, demonstrating enthusiasm and a strong understanding of the topics we covered, especially supply and demand. She was always eager to help, and it went beyond the classroom. She willingly co-filmed a highlight reel for Intro to Business to highlight our business department that was featured on social media. Additionally, Kelsey made a difference in my own day by simply checking in, asking how I was doing, and just showing genuine kindness, which never went unnoticed. Her leadership, thoughtfulness, and ability to lift those around her set her apart in the best way. Kelsey, you are more than deserving of this People's Choice Award, and I cannot wait to see all that you accomplish in the years to come. Congratulations. Next up, Miss Elaine Riches.
Good evening. The rest of my entrepreneurship class members are so grateful to have Ellie in our class, as am I. Any question asked, opinion prompted, or comment requested will be responded to with Ellie's hand being raised every time. She happily greets me each morning as she enters our room. She says, "Have a good day." When she leaves, Ellie is a go-getter. She's smart. She's involved. She plays field hockey. She runs track. She's helpful. She's kind. And I wish her much happiness and success as she leaves the hallowed halls of Lenape High School. Ellie Kattendig is my wonderful nominee for the 2025 People's Choice Award. Next up is my good friend Steph Novella.
First of all, go Birds. Let's get started. It isn't that often a teacher gets that special student in their class, the student who just gets it, the student who works hard, the student who is kind and funny, the student who appreciates my corny jokes and my not-so-subtle facial expressions. I think to myself, how lucky am I to have a teenage student willing to give up their lunchtime and their study halls to help me with the yearbook. A dedicated and bright young person who jumps at the bit to represent the business education department at every 8th grade parents' night, every Lenape open house, and the electives fair. I must be the luckiest teacher because I didn't get that one amazing student in my class 4 years ago. I got 2. Abby and Caitlin, come up. There he goes. Oh, Philly's nice, nice. It's alphabetical. I didn't do it by favorites. Okay. I am beyond thankful for you landing in my business communications and applications class your freshman year. You started off as those 2 giggling girls in the back of my room, which you still kind of are, and you have matured into the best yearbook duo I have ever had. Thank you for spending your Lenape years in D113. It will not be the same without you next year. And it's my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Jessica Page.
In my 20-plus years of teaching, I have encountered many students who love psychology and really get it in their own lives and in the world in general. It's always a joy to see that light bulb click on when a student masters a concept or can think of an application to their own life. However, I don't really think that any of my previous students have really gotten it on the same level as my nominee. She made her mastery of psych knowledge seem so effortless, and I was endlessly impressed by her ability to apply concepts with depth and honesty. Beyond her intelligence and a natural gift in our course, my nominee is a wonderful human. She always stops by to share joys, challenges, and life in general with me. She has helped remind me that teaching young minds is a gift, and I feel like those reminders always pop by in a timely fashion to A100 on especially hard days when the light bulbs of others just don't seem to be clicking on as I'd hoped. These are just a few of the reasons why Julia Weber is my selection for the People's Choice Award. Julia, come on up. Julia, I'm so thankful to know you, and I always look forward to your pop-in visits, whether they're during lunch or after school, in between classes, whenever. I appreciate your insights, whether you're sharing an example about how the mere exposure effect helped you like a song or a person the more they grew on you, or a cross-curricular example about how reading Hamlet helped you and I both relate to my saying, there's always a method to my psychology madness on a totally different level. I know your future in psychology and anything you decide to pursue will be filled with many more of those light bulb clicking moments illuminating your journey. But I hope you'll always know how much your kind words and efforts impacted your teachers and me. I want to pee. Sorry. Sorry. I'd like to introduce Mr. Perret.
Thank you all for joining us this evening. Obviously, you can see what a special event this is with these great young people up here, and hopefully you guys appreciate the families that came out to support you tonight and see what an impact that you make on us as staff, as well as Lenape as a whole. So thank you all for being here tonight. So my nominee, I want actually to introduce him and bring him up, Sukhman Man. I have known Suk and his family for many years. I was a school counselor for his older sister and brother, and knowing how they feel about you, how much they love and respect you, I confidently can say they've saved the best for last. Sukhman is a well-rounded student who embodies the qualities of intelligence, athleticism, kindness, making him a standout member of our school community. As a dedicated student athlete, Sukhman participated in cross-country, winter track, and spring track. His commitment to these sports is truly inspiring. Whether running long distances or competing in track events, he consistently shows up with determination, discipline, and relentless work ethic. Sukhman is always friendly and approachable. He treats everyone with respect and makes people feel valued. He is the type of person who makes others feel welcome, whether in the classroom, on the track, or in the hallways. One of Sukhman's most remarkable qualities is his caring nature. He's always ready to support his friends, teammates, and classmates. He truly exemplifies the spirit of Lenape High School and continues to inspire others to strive for excellence while staying true to the values of kindness and respect. Sukhman is a senior this year. He'll be leaving us. I could have really nominated you every single year, Suk, for this People's Choice Award. You are on to great things next year. I will truly miss our conversations as your school counselor and your appreciation for busting chops. I will miss our conversations with Mr. Wooden and Mr. Anderson, who are avid baseball fans. When we talk about when compared to the physicality of football, baseball really is not a sport. As well as how Sukhman tells me countlessly that he could beat me in any race, in any distance, at any time. And how we both agreed that the Sixers should have kept Jimmy Butler and got rid of Simmons. I will miss all of our conversations. You truly deserve this honor as People's Choice Award, Sukhman Man. Next up, Mr. Jack Franchi.
As a music teacher, I always tell my students that I don't gauge my success by the number of students who go on to be professional musicians or music teachers. I care most about students taking advantage of opportunities that our department has to offer. Even if they pursue an occupation that isn't music, I hope that they are able to keep music in their life and part of their identity. Few students have exemplified this idea more than Nathan Lagronio. Come on up, bud. I first met Nate the summer I joined the Lenape team at a marching band rehearsal in the summer of 2022. He was about to start his sophomore year and was one of my founding clarinetists in the wind ensemble. Nate has grown and evolved so much as a musician and as a person, but he has always, to borrow the phrase, spoken softly and carried a big stick. No matter what the ensemble, Nate is the kind of person who will lead by example. We need someone to play soprano sax. Doesn't matter that he doesn't even play saxophone. Nate was the one that sat down and learned how to play it. Someone needs to ride home to get something from their house before a concert. Nate's already got his keys. The crazy director asks him to figure out an insanely difficult solo for a piece. Nate would smirk at the absurdity, shake his head a little, and figure it out. Someone needs to model leadership through action and behavior on the marching field. There is a reason that he was one of this year's drum majors. The man leads by example. In a few months, Nate will graduate, and next year he will go on to the collegiate level to pursue a career in aviation. I have every confidence that he will be an excellent pilot, and he'll have the opportunity to see the world. I hope it's inspiring to hear music from around the world, and he can definitely bring that perspective into his own continued musical growth. Thankfully, the clarinets will definitely fit in the overhead compartment. Thank you for all that you've given us over the past 4 years, and best of luck to you in the future. Up next, I would like to welcome Mr. Tyler Filippone.
Good evening. My People's Choice Award this evening goes to a Miss Ariana Murphy. Come on up, Ariana. I have had the pleasure of knowing Ariana for the past 2 years, and in that time, she has become an invaluable part of our No Place for Hate program here at Lenape. Initially recruited by her brother, she wasn't sure if she wanted to join, but without realizing it, she quickly became one of the most dedicated and hardworking members of the program. Ariana played a crucial role in building up the program. She began our social media account, dedicated countless lunch and learns to meet about our program projects, and was always a go-to leader to ask for input or to bounce ideas off of. Ariana even led presentations to over 400 Lenape students about hate, bias, and bullying, and was absolutely killing it in the process. Getting to know Ariana has been a real pleasure. Her bubbly personality and quick-witted humor are contagious. If she gives you a fist bump, be warned, you might just get snailed. When time allows it, we both like playing the card game Trash, where she beats me every time. But those moments were also filled with conversations about school, life, and her future. I come to find out she has plans to become a teacher, and she is meant to be one. She has the heart, creativity, passion, and spark for it. Some of the best talks we had about her, sorry, my apologies. Some of the best talks we had were about her curiosity for teaching, asking questions about the profession, or wanting to shadow and observe to see what it's really like. I think she's really going to be a great teacher no matter what. I am so proud of everything Ariana has accomplished and the leader she has become. I will miss her insight and seeing her in the hallways, but I can't wait to see what comes next. I wish her the best of luck, and I know she will become one of the best future educators this profession has ever seen. Congrats, and thank you, Ariana, for everything. Next up is Miss Sarah Allen.
Good evening. Last but not least, Milan Harris, come on up here, girl. My People's Choice this year is someone that I've had the pleasure of watching grow since her freshman year. Over the course of the last 4 years, I've watched Milan become a hardworking leader, a warm and reflective person, and a confident young lady. As a freshman in class, Milan stood out amongst her peers from the start. She always gave 110%, participated every day, and most importantly helped to create a warm and positive classroom environment. Even though I don't have her in class this year, last year, or the year before that, she continued to impress me with her contributions and efforts in Lenape and with the love that she showed just by stopping by to say hello. After watching her stand out as a leader in my class and seeing her exceptional work ethic and her personable and empathetic character traits, I knew I wanted her to take an active role in Hero Club, which she did and of course strived to excel once again. If you know me, then you know that I hold the Hero Club dear to my heart. So when it's time for new presidents, I consider personality, empathy, heart, and enthusiasm. Milan has all of these traits and more. Milan, you have made me so proud over the last 4 years. I hope you realize soon, if not now, how truly special you are and how much you light up the world for others. Never forget that you are deserving of a life of happiness and greatness, and that you hold the attributes within yourself to achieve these. As you venture into life after high school, know that you have left a warm impression on me, our school, and your peers. Even though I will miss you calling me queen in the years to come at Lenape, I know you will be changing the lives of others that you meet in the next phase of your life. Thank you for being you. I wish you the best, and you've made my days better and brighter. So congratulations. And please welcome Principal Mr. Tony Catani.
Hi, I'm Tony Catani, proud principal of Lenape High School, and it's my deed to try to close this event tonight. I also want to recognize Ms. Sarah Allen and Ms. Amanda Perry for organizing tonight through our Renaissance. Thank you so much. All right, you just saw Sarah Allen. I always forget this. Remember, we have food in the North Cafeteria, so I have to make sure I say that as well, so you can go right out those doors when I'm done. Don't run out there just yet. I have like a couple minutes to share some things with you, my perspectives. But we have some food in the North Cafeteria where you can meet some of our staff and talk to your children and things of that nature. Tonight is one of my favorite nights of the year, People's Choice. And, you know, I have my People's Choice, and I'll share that with you in a moment. But we have a theme this year, and it's about recognize, acknowledge, and extend. And it came from our first day of school, from a gentleman that spoke to all of our staff, Dr. Joe Sanfilippo. And it was about recognizing great skill sets, right? Recognizing good things in people, and then acknowledging that by telling them. And then extending that by telling other people, right? And that kind of creates like this chain reaction of like goodwill and telling people all these good things. And my People's Choice go to my staff. I think our staff are absolutely amazing, okay? I truly appreciate each and every one of you to come here tonight and share and pour out your heart with their parents and these kids in front of this audience. And this night couldn't be the night, and Lenape couldn't be what it is without these individuals right here. We have 31 staff members that are here tonight from a range of some people that are retiring at the end of the year that have been here every year that I've been here, all 18 years, pouring their heart out to an individual student or several students, right? To staff members that just arrived about 3 weeks ago making connections, right? And you see in every different content area and different impacts that our building is making. And I truly appreciate our staff because these things that are happening, your children may tell you about a story that happened in their class, or they tell you a little snippet, and usually you get that story when you're in the car with them and they can't get out when you're driving about 65 miles per hour down 295, and that's when I get the most information from my daughters when I'm asking them questions because they can't leave. They can't go to the room, they can't grab their phone. I usually throw the phone in the back seat, so I get my most information in the car. But to hear them tell the story, their side, it brings everything to life. It's a different experience. So I truly appreciate each and every one of you for the effort that you make because you care and try every day. We talk about that caring and trying, caring about what you do, the connections you make, because that's what it's really about. The one thing you didn't hear tonight, you didn't hear about somebody that had straight A's. You didn't hear about the captain of the baseball, football team, or what have you, right? You heard about these things. Now, our teachers wrote my speech tonight. This is my speech. All right, it's on the back of the program. What you heard tonight was this. Taught us how to be better, how to meet students where they are. Taught us how to overcome hardships. These are the characteristics you've heard. Unwavering support for others. Kind, patient, helpful, compassionate. Alice in Chains fan. Gratitude, hardworking, committed, grateful, enthusiastic, a smile. Work ethic, strives for greatness. Energy, a leader, inquisitive, accepts challenges, brings a smile to my face. Lasting impression, makes connections, resilient, intelligent, embodies Lenape pride, is my why, unique, doesn't tie his shoes, encouraging, positive, ambitious, diligent, desire to learn and grow, empathetic, love the New York Mets fan and Giants fan, creative, endearing, graceful, A big heart, confident, asks about my day. A go-getter, funny, entertaining, appreciates my corny jokes. Inspiring and caring. Those are the things that you heard that were described. You didn't hear anything about grades. You didn't hear anything about a big test. You didn't hear about any of those things. You heard about wonderful attributes that I truly appreciate the parents here, right, for raising such wonderful kids and sharing them with us, because that's what makes Lenape special. We say it all the time, right? Good characters like good soup, it's made at home, right? So I thank all of you parents for sharing your children with us. And I can only imagine sitting there hearing another adult talk about your child the way you would love for someone to talk about your child, right? And we talk about the recognize, acknowledge, extend. This is something a lot of people don't talk about at dinner parties or going out and things like that because it's really hard to brag about. But to sit there and listen for someone else to talk about your child and recognize how special they are, I know warms your heart, probably got you choked up. It has happened to me with my own daughters. It is an amazing night. And for you for creating that and for you for creating that is special. Don't be lost on this. This doesn't happen. We have 30 some odd kids up here out of 1,900 students in our building, right? Think about that. 34, 35 students out of 1,900. That's not by mistake. That's by people making connections and making a difference, and for each and every one of you being special, right? About all those things I just read. So parents, thank you to you, because you did that. We're just reaping your benefits, okay? So thank you to all the parents and to our staff. Without further ado, the students. I need you to understand this more importantly than ever, right? You make a bigger impact on Lenape High School than any one of us can do. There's 1,900 of you. The things that you're doing in the hallways, the classroom, the athletic fields, wherever you may be, the interactions you make that you don't even know, that you don't think anybody sees, these people see. And there's many more to see that. But you make a difference in such a positive way. Don't ever change. Don't ever change the person that you are for the reasons that I shared with you here tonight. And sometimes you need to hear it from somebody else other than your mother, your father, your grandmother, your aunt, right? You need to hear it from somebody else. Hear this loud and clear. You are special. You make a positive difference in so many people's lives that you may not even know. So thank you for making Lenape better. I truly, truly appreciate you and absolutely love what you do. So with that being said, I thank all of you for sharing your children with us tonight, your teachers, the time and the connections that you make with our students, and for each and every one of you for being special. Thanks so much. Lenape